Welcome back to Minecraft Bingo. This is Fetchr 5.3 by Noinizer, and it's time now for the 5 in a row bingo challenges. Let's generate a card for the first of the 2 5 in a rows for this episode. We're trying to get bingo in a row, column, or diagonal in the quickest time possible. We've got a large savanna biome here with pumpkins. I see jungle, but no cocoa beans yet. There might be some there. I don't see any. There's a pale garden biome up on the hill, and there's quite a few trees there. So there could be some creaking heart for resin. I see mushrooms, red and brown out there to the northeast. And there's some more jungle here. I see bamboo, but no melons. There's a bunch of flowers up on the hill there, but there's probably some down here too, maybe? Maybe. And then on this side, it just looks like it's all taiga, but if we need snow, we could go that way. I don't see any mobs in the savannah. Wait. Pigs. There might be pigs. But no other mobs. There's warm ocean to the south, and it looks like coral, maybe sea pickle. If we need it, there is a sea pickle on the card. That could be useful. And there might be desert out that way, but I don't see it from here. Let's take a look at the card and see what we want to go for the quickest bingo time. Glow ink can go. Gold block, probably not going to work. Glowberries? I don't think so. Geode, Cherry Grove. Actually, this looks pretty good if we could pull off a milk bucket. I don't know where to find a geode, though. We could look for one, I guess, but the amethyst shard is the hardest of the geode drops. Plus, we would also need a dripstone cave. We probably do have a dripstone cave. I just don't see any from here, I think, right? Underneath the pale garden. Yeah, there could be dripstone there. I just don't see it. That would be kind of a gamble on the pointed dripstone, and we don't have a cow here anyway. We'll call this plan B. So what's plan A? Maybe this? If we can find a desert, and we do have the pumpkin, so we could shear and torch a pumpkin. The hay bale is the major problem with this row. How do we get a hay bale? That's 9 wheat. We would need to find a village. If we could get the rest of the items quick enough, I'd be willing to search for a village. Maybe that's what we'll do, but we need a desert. And we don't have a desert guaranteed. I just have a feeling that there could be a desert close to the south. I don't know, that's risky, but I like it better than the column. What about the diagonal? No, diagonal's not going to work, I think. That's even worse with the diamonds up there. No, I think it's got to be this, right? We're going to do the row, second row from the bottom. Sea pickle, hay bale, lodestone, jack-o'-lantern, and cyan dye. Let's get started with the challenge, and we'll see how quickly we can get all 5 items for bingo. I didn't even notice if there were any blue flowers here. We do need blue dye. Lapis would also work, but blue cornflower is much easier to find than lapis. The pumpkin we can get guaranteed. How do we shear it? We need iron. We're going to need iron for the lodestone anyway. That means we need furnaces. How many furnaces do we need? Maybe just one? Alright, anyways, we've got our wood done. Let's make a crafting table and some sticks, and I don't think there's exposed stone around, is there? There's some over there. There's some back here. Okay, this'll work. And then our pumpkin is right behind us there. Yeah, let's stop here. We'll make a pick and boat and doors. Mine just enough cobblestone for tools and a furnace, and then we'll go. Alright, give me some stone. And we'll make a pickaxe right away. This is kind of risky what we're doing, but if we can pull it off, I think it's going to be the faster bingo time than trying to do that column with the geode and the milk bucket. The tropical fish and sea pickle I know we can get, so I'm not mad about that. Actually, I'm kind of excited about looking for a sea pickle. if that makes sense. And then we'll just go ahead and make a furnace, and let's get out of here. All right, let's grab a pumpkin. I need more wood as well. Yeah, the hay bale I think is going to be the hard part, and it's going to take us some time. Oh, I forgot to grab extra stone. Let's grab it now. I think I'll regret it if I don't. We need extra stone for the lodestone, because if we can't loot it from a ruined portal chest, we have to craft it on our own, and it's quite a bit of cooked stone. I think it's 13. Anyways, we've got 15. Let's turn this into planks. And now it's time to grab a pumpkin. Hello, piggy. Lots of pigs here, but I still don't see a blue flower. So that's just one more thing we have to find. There's a cave. Does the cave have iron? It has dripstone? Well, does that really change anything? Oh, there's an enderman too. And there's iron. Okay. I'll take the iron. Take the dripstone. There's mobs as well. Don't think I really want to fight any mobs. I did not get a lot of iron here, but the dripstone is certainly interesting. Let's see, do we want to pivot? I mean, it's less iron technically. Can we find iron somewhere down here? No. It would be maybe faster. I don't know, let's go get Sea Pickle. We can always still pivot, but I'm still going to focus on the row. But we might change to the column. It just depends if we can get cactus here. So far, it's not looking too good. Let's go get Sea Pickle first. And if there's any fish... Are those fish? Those are tropical fish. I'll take it. Let's see. There we go. Easy ding. And then I see Sea Pickles right down here. This one looks the easiest to get, I think. And then it looks like I see a ship in a village. So we might actually pivot back. Unless there's a geode. Is there a geode? No, I don't see one. What should we do first? The ship or the village? I think I saw a shipwreck this way. I'm uncertain which half of the ship it is. Yeah, there it is right there. It looks like the back, which could give us all the iron we need. Let's go down and find out. Yeah, it's definitely the back of the ship. Let's see, there's the chest right there. Okay, this is going to have iron in it. That's great. I'll take it. Emeralds, also good. I'll take the lapis as well. Okay, that's really good. So we just make a bucket now and look for a geode? Is that the plan? Because I think we could probably find a geode here. Let's at least take care of the surface things first. So this village needs to have a cow. And if it doesn't, we might have to pivot back. We should maybe cook some stone. What's in this house? Blast furnace. Well, no, I don't really need a blast furnace. That's not even on the card. There's a blue flower right there, but I don't see cactus anywhere. We could get a redstone trade here. Okay, there's a hay bale. That's something. And we could make the pumpkin. Let's grab a torch for it. Nothing in there I need. Are we done here at this village? I don't see anything I'm looking for. So I think... Is there a cow, though? That's what I really wanted. There is a cow. Okay, that's what we're going to do then. We're going to go look for a geode. Let's make a bucket. And forget about the pumpkin. We're just going to milk the cow. Where did you go? And then we'll go look for a geode. I think that's the smartest play. I don't know if it's the fastest, but we're only at 7 minutes now. This could be good. Where do we go for a geode? Let's see. If I could just see a geode from the surface, we'd have this all sorted, but I don't see one. Where do we go down? Right back here? Okay, there's the shipwreck right there. So here's the ravine. And this goes very low. I don't see a geode yet. Okay, right there. Amethyst geode. Nice. Okay, this is starting to work out pretty good. Let's do this. And then I need to dig in here. Can I hop in? Yeah, there we go. I just need to get up into the geode. And we'll see if there is a shard of amethyst. There is. 7 minutes. Ooh, pretty. 7 minutes and 2 seconds plus 98. That's a pretty decent time there. I'll take it. And let's go ahead back to the lobby now to start another 5 in a row challenge. Let's generate a new card now for the second of the 2 5 in a row bingo challenges for this episode. We're still trying to get bingo in a row column or diagonal in the quickest time possible. The spawn point looks watery. We do have a full shipwreck, though, right there under the water. I'll zoom in on it. Well, that doesn't really help, does it? There's a jungle, and there is a ruined portal with a gold block. And a pillager outpost. Interesting. So we're going to have some choices here. I see wheat. I see jack-o'-lantern. I see cactus. And all the usual things in the pillager outpost chest. I see melons in the jungle. I do not see... Okay, there is wool there as well at the pillager outpost. And there are mushrooms red and brown and a taiga. Okay, so pretty good spawn point, I would say. Let's take a look at the card and see what we want to go for the quickest bingo time. What's it going to be? Pale Garden, no. Melon is possible. Let's get rid of the brush, I think. And Golden Apple could be possible. Let's get rid of the target block. Lapis might be okay. Get rid of the amethyst. Right? Block of amethyst from a geode. I don't want to mess with that. Is there anything left on the card to go for? I do see a row, an unobstructed row, but it has glowberries in it. That's not the greatest. Maybe we can make the diagonal work? Maybe. But that means we need the brush. So we do need a feather. Where can we get a feather from the shipwreck, right? Okay, that could work. We might be able to do that. In fact, is that what we go for? What is it? It's pointed dripstone, 9 lapis, 1 copper, 1 feather ink sac, and 6 wool, and 6 cocoa beans. So the wool and the cocoa beans are going to be risky because we need the wool from here, and I don't have shears. We could go to the ship first and get iron and make shears, and then it'll make it easier. And we could grab the cocoa beans first before we go to the pillager outpost so we won't have to fight so many. That is a good plan. I do like that. So that's what I think we'll do. Now, the lapis could be a problem if there's not 9 in the chest, and there seldom is, so we might have to find our own lapis. We'll worry about that later. I think we've got our diagonal. I don't see anything better on the card, but we can always pivot if we need to. The only other reliable thing, I think, is maybe the bottom row. The problem with the bottom row is we have to mine our own iron, and it's 9. Which is a lot to ask, but we will have to look for pointed dripstone anyway. Where do we go for that? Ooh, that could be a second problem. I don't see anywhere to get pointed dripstone. All right, well, this is going to be a tough one, but let's get started with the challenge and see how quickly we can get 5 items for bingo. I'm not even 100% confident that we're going to be able to pull this off, even with such a great spawn point. It's a little bit tricky here on the card. So let's start with a tree, and we'll get some tools going. I like birch. We'll punch a birch tree and use the logs to make a crafting table. And a boat, and some doors, and then we'll make our way over to the ship and see what it has for us, and we'll decide from there what we want to do. We should probably try to get the ink sac on the way to the ship. And let's see, 6 logs is enough. Let's go ahead and craft the crafting table, and then I need to go somewhere for stone. Let's just dig down. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any stone anywhere. We'll just go down. There we go. There's stone, and let's make a pick. Do I need a furnace? See, that's kind of the tricky part here, is I don't know if I need a furnace or not. But if we go for the blast furnace, I do. Okay, I shouldn't go that way. Yeah, if I go for the blast furnace, I need a furnace, right? On the bottom row. But if I do the diagonal, I still need a furnace. Oh, I guess it was easier than I thought. I need a furnace. So let's make tools first. And then we'll get the stone for the furnace. One furnace should be enough, I think. Okay, there we go. And then extra cobblestone. I don't need any, right? No. Okay, there we go. Oh, copper right there. That's great for the brush. We'll get that smelted up soon. And there is our furnace crafted right there. Okay, pick this up. And let's stack out. I need more wood, and then we'll go to the shipwreck. If I can remember where it is. Yeah, shipwreck needs to be first, I think. And then cocoa beans before wool is the plan. We need to find time as well to get... Which way was the ship? This way? We need to find time as well to... What is it? Something I was going to say. There's no geode here, right? Because I'd be happy to pivot for if there was a geode. There's a nice deep cave. I don't see a geode in there. That's very deep. Too bad we're not going for redstone. All right, let's squeeze through here and see how much lapis we're going to get. It is enough. And then iron, it looks like, should be enough as well for what we need it for. Shears. I don't think there's any other iron on the card. And then let's go in here and see if there's feathers. There is. I'll take the paper and the treasure map too, but I don't think I'm going to need it. All right, let's make the lapis block. And let's make shears. Is that a smart thing to do? Sure. And then I actually do need to, hold on. Let's smelt this copper quickly and make the brush. That seems smart, right? We got time for that? Sure we do. Sure we do. Okay, I don't need that there. Copper is almost done. Let's pick up the whole furnace. There we go. Make the brush. And that's another item done. I'll take this door. No, I don't need the door. Yes, thank you for coming by. I almost forgot about the ink sac. Ooh, he got away from me. They are quick, aren't they? The squid. There we go. Got the ink sac done. And now we just need the brown banner and the dripstone. Let's see. Which way? Okay, there's the ruined portal. I don't care about the portal. Let's go back to the jungle then and look for cocoa beans. I need 6 of them. And then we need to grab the wool. 6 wool. Yeah, that banner is expensive, which I've said often enough, but it's true. There's melon. Let's come in from this side, because I need to look for cocoa beans on the jungle trees. So there's no cocoa bean there. There's one. Ooh, that's so hidden. Okay, 1 gives me 3, I think. There's another. Okay, so we're done with cocoa beans, right? Let's turn that into brown dye. Okay, so we really just need the dripstone cave, but let's see if we can go in here and sneak some wool. Oh, so many pillagers. All right, we'll stay up here. Okay, this is going to be harder than I thought. Come on. Even with the shears, it's so slow, and I don't see... Okay, let's go count how much we got. 7. Okay, so we're fine. We're good on wool. Let's get out of here. Oh, there's a lay. No, be free, Alay, be free. There you go, buddy. Worth it. All right, let's go see if we can find dripstone somewhere. And I need to escape these losers so that I can craft the banner. Okay, this looks good for dripstone, right? We just use this cave entrance. I don't see a good way down. Okay, this will work. Still not. Still not the best here. Where's dripstone? This way? I need to make the banner too. I don't know if this was the right way to go or not. You guys, okay, there's nothing there. So we go back. I wish I had some food. I've got nothing to eat. I guess we just go down? I don't see anything. I don't see any dripstone here. I just need one pointed dripstone. There's absolutely nothing here. There's a geode. There is a geode. Yeah, there's no dripstone anywhere. Let's keep looking, because we've got quite a bit of cave to explore. And then I do need to stop somewhere. Yeah, there's no dripstone here. None whatsoever. Let's stop here quickly and make the banner. It's not looking too good for dripstone, but we'll keep searching. There's the banner done. I just need one pointed dripstone. I wish I had a water bucket or some food, but this is not going to be easy. Let's see. Okay, mine shaft. That's interesting. So there is lower level cave. Let's use the water. Dripstone right there. Yes. Let's go swim to it. And this is the one I need, right? 7 minutes and 7 seconds plus 33. I'll take it. That's a good run. I like that. Mine shaft. Do I have blocks? I do. I kind of want to see this mine shaft. Let's take a look at it if I can get there. How do I get up there? It's pretty high up. We have time for this, right? Were our runs quick enough to be able to look at this mine shaft? I would say so. Oh, okay. Watch out for the skeleton, of course. Yeah, we had the geode that was there, but it was way too late to pivot. So there's no point to even think about it. Can I get a minecart chest? I hear cave spiders. That's usually not a good thing. But I do not see a minecart chest here. Let's drop down. How many hearts do I have left? 2.5. Okay, well, that's not great. But there's really nothing else that we can do in this cave here. Get rid of this guy, I guess. Thanks for the gunpowder, bro. Iron. I don't have an iron pickaxe anyway, so if we find diamonds, I can't mine it, but it looks like we're all caved out here. And we're done with the challenge. Whoa, look at that. That's cool. It's like a lava flow here and obsidian, cobblestone. All right, let's go back to the lobby. That's going to be it for this episode of Minecraft Bingo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.